Hi guys, welcome to this session in LibreOffice base database. This is the second video on how to create a booking database. So just a recap from last time, I created one table called customers. When I open that, I just added a customer ID field and a customer name field, but now I've added an address field and a city field and put a few more companies in there. What I want to do now is, if I just close that one down, is create a query to interrogate that data, which is the next object down in the list on the left here. And I'm going to use create in design view, the top one. And then that will give me a list of tables and queries. In this case, I've only got one, so I'm going to add that and then close this box. Now what you have to do is obviously make this so you can see it. Like that. I haven't got too many fields there, but I just want customer name, double clicking that down, address and city. Now what you have down this left hand side is a series of titles. The criteria line is the one I need to be on down here. So I want this to tell me or show me all the cities that are in Leeds. So there it is. Now I need to run this query, so I'll click on that little plus symbol there and it will give me the answer. Those two companies are in Leeds. So I've got a choice here of saving this query or not. It's totally up to you. If I close this one down, you'll see what happens. It will ask you. I'll say yes, and I'll call this QRY to indicate that it's a query, and then I'll put Leeds for now and then click OK to that. And then that will sit down here with all the other queries that I haven't got yet. But I'm going to create another one so you can see how it works. So the problem with doing a query like that is that I would have to do one for Bradford, for Keighley, for Manchester, for London, and you would have a whole array of queries down here that potentially would take up a lot of space. So let's have a look at doing it a different way. So I'm going to add the table in the same way. Add the table, close this box down, and then I need to widen this again so we can see the fields. And I'm going to double click on each one. I'll do all of them this time. No reason for me doing that other than I want to. So to create this type of query, it's basically called a parameter query. I'm still going to be on the criteria row, but what you have to do is start the process off. In fact, before I do that, I'll just widen this column a bit. You start the process off with a colon. Now this would now trigger a prompt that will come up on the screen that you will then have to fill in this case for the city field. You cannot have spaces. So if you want a sentence, you'd have to use the underscore symbol. So enter underscore the underscore city, for example. That's what you have to do. So that's the parameter. If I click on this little plus here to run that, it's asking me now for the city. So if I type in Derby, for example, and then click OK, it should show me the two for Derby. If I run that again and type Leeds, it should show me only the ones for Leeds. Now it's showing me the ones for Leeds. So that's how a parameter query works, and that means that for running a city query, I only need to create one query, and that will sit in the list, as opposed to one for every city, which is nonsense. So if I close that down and save it, yes, and I'll call that, get rid of query 1, QRY para, short for parameter, like that. You can see the query sitting down here with the other one, Leeds, so that's the only one I would need now. If I was going to do it for cities, I just need that one. I could get rid of Leeds, but I'll leave it there for now. So the next thing I want to look at is how you can create a form. So this form is going to be used to input data into this table here, customers. So if I go back to it and create one, and this time I'm going to use the wizard, which is easier, I think. Click on the wizard, it starts the wizard, and it gives you the option to select either a query or a table at the top. I want a table, it's that one. And then you have all the fields, and I'm going to take all the fields across, which is what you would do if you was using this form as an input mechanism. If it was just to look at, you might not want all the fields, but this is going to be for input, so I'm taking them all across. And basically we're going to come down these steps. If I go next, you can see that the cursor is just jumping down. You can set this up however you want. I don't want a subform in this example, so I'm just going to miss this step out. And it's jumped across a couple of them there. Now it's layout, basically talking about here, how do you want this laid out? So that's like that, a table almost. I don't want that. I'm going for a form look. I'm liking the look of that. Follow it through next. This form is to display all data. Yes, I do want it to display all data. So go next. And then this is basically changing the color, however you want this to look. That is loud. That is better. And then next. And then you're going to give it a name. Because this is looking at that table, I'm just going to put FRM for form in front of that. And then I'm going to finish. And that should be ready to use. So you can see all the customers here as you go through this table. You can see them all. If I come to the end, you can see how all of that works. Now if I want to do a new customer, so that's an auto number. Let's just make one up. So I'll call it Steve IT, and 123 Beldon Lane, and then pressing tab key to come down, Bradford, like so. Just press tab on that, comes to another one. You don't need to save this form, so that's good. So I'm just going to close it down. But what should have happened is that last record, there's the form, that last record should have gone into that table. So if I open that table, go onto the table there, open it, Steve IT is at the bottom there. That's the whole point of a form, to populate a table. I'll close that down. You can see it is sitting there in the objects to do with forms. Now the last thing is a report. Now normally you'd run a report on a query, but because there's not a lot of information in these queries, like 2 records, and that is a parameter query, what I want to do is just basically run a report on the table, and I'm going to use the wizard again. Click on that. Starts the wizard, asking me what I want. I want the actual table as before. I've got all the fields here. I'm going to take them all across. Follow same process. It's coming down the steps. That's labels if I wanted labels. Next. Do you want to add any grouping? So that would be customer name. Let's try that one. Or let's go for city. Group by city. And then next, following it through. I don't need to change any of this, but you could change that and then follow that through next. And then how do you want your report to look? So this is all the different options you've got like that. You can see what's going on behind, but I'm going to leave it on tabular default. And then next. And then all I'm going to do is put RPT in front of that. Now this is going to use writer. It doesn't sit inside base, but I'll just finish it off so you can see it. So this is now opening up LibreOffice Writer, and then you can see how that panned out. Obviously, if you don't like it, you can just go back and change it. But there's the information in Writer, your report by city, like so. I'll close this down. And if I go to reports, there is that report. So what we've done so far is we've created a table customers, which is that one. We've then interrogated that table through a query, two queries. The para query, which allowed you to just type in a city instead of seeing all of the cities. And there's the answer. I'll close that down. We create a form to input new data into the table. And then last but not least, we've created a report which sent the information into LibreOffice Writer and laid it out however you stipulated there. I'll close that down. So that is one of each of the four objects that we've created, and that is a basic form of a database. Obviously then gets a lot more involved than that. I won't say complicated because that's totally up to you, but that's getting started. What I'll do next time is link another table in, another two tables in, so we've got a proper booking database and you can see how that all works. But for now, that's all I want to talk about. So hopefully this was of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.